Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna work on these beautiful small little pieces of ephemera for a junk journal or a happy mail. I'm planning to send these to my pen pals. These are super cute, very low budget, something that you can easily do. This is all handmade with stamps. So I hope that you enjoy this. Hopefully you have a stamp small enough in your stash, and if you do, then this is gonna be easy. So let's get started. For this project we're gonna need a set of stamps, an acrylic block, we're gonna need scissors, we're gonna need a lot of pieces of paper. I'm gonna use basically just some scraps of paper that I have here, and then I'm gonna be using also this stencil, but you don't have to do it. Actually, if you have a cursive handwriting, it's gonna be a lot easier for you. Unfortunately, my handwriting is not that good, so I'm gonna be using the stencil. And optional, you're gonna need this hole puncher. Any hole puncher is gonna do it. I just use this because it's small and convenient. So let's get started. As you can see in the examples here, I have been using a lot of this white stamped paper, and the reason for that is because most of my scraps are book pages. If you have book pages, you can use another color paper, but to me, white copy paper white is enough. So all what I'm gonna do is just pick any piece. I'm gonna get my ink stamp and just stamp around. Gonna stamp as many times as I want, and then we're gonna cut it out. I did make several of them last night. So as you can see, my stash is full right now. I made several, and most of them are in sticker paper just because I had it available, but the regular paper is gonna work just fine. You can see I put tons of small ones. The smaller, the better. So look at these tiny ones. I really think that there is beauty on making this tiny stuff. Look at this cute ticket one. So anyway, we're gonna be using this for this project. Also, this is printed, but I had it done, so I might use this. However, the only difference between this and this is that, of course, I use the printer, but also the holes in the middle, you can use your hole puncher to make it. You can stamp in a piece of paper and then just make a hole, like in this case, for example. I think I need to cut it a little bit more, so let's do that. And then you can make a hole. This one is not straight. Let's try to straighten it out. Oops. Just make holes. Don't worry about the location of the hole. That is fine. You just need to add some sort of interesting part in the piece. So now you see how this looks like. It's very pretty. Let's finish the pieces that I have here, and then we just make the hole here and here, and that is basically all what you have to do to make it a little bit more interesting. And what I did here is just make the full hole instead of half a hole in each piece, and I printed instead of stamping. So we might use some of them just because I didn't have mini mushrooms, but you don't need to print anything. With whatever you have, it should be enough. All right, this is the moment of getting the pieces of ephemera that we're gonna be working with. I do have lots of this color paper. This is calling my attention right now because this is Japanese, I think. And I think this goes this way. Okay, so what I did in some of these cases, as you can see, the first piece that I made was, we're gonna go this way or this way. So we're gonna cut it. And from this piece, we're gonna just go with our paper puncher. Don't think too much. It's okay if it's not perfect. Hopefully this relaxes you as much as it relaxes me for sure. And so here I'm gonna write something, and I'm gonna use my stencil for that because again I'm not really good at writing. So for example, I can use this one that says interesting, and I can put it right here, and then we're gonna put this right here, and then we can go with our pencil around it. And if you make mistakes like I did, no problem, you can erase it. And it's so cool. There you go. It's beautiful. And then we can put, I used the stencil here, and I said that I'm gonna say for you, and I'm gonna use only lowercase here. So you can use a pen as well, actually, but I'm gonna use a marker this time. And then for you, my goodness, this is good. I really like the fact that this is handmade. It's super easy to make, and it does make a difference when you base it in your crafts. I can show you this, how it looks like in a journal. At the end of the video I can show you that. It's super fun. So look at this. You can have these and maybe something like this. No, this one. You can put them together and still look pretty. So well, this is how it looks like. Then for this one I use some specific scissors. If you don't have those scissors, doesn't really matter. Let's just try to do it in another kind of paper. Let's do this one. Because we don't have those paper, that you can use any ruler. Which is just pull it. Or you can use your hand. Let's do this way. And this way. And this way. That's it. And we have a piece that is interesting enough for us to do something with it. Okay, we're gonna use another scrapbook paper. I have this blue one, so let's use that one. have tons of scrap paper, as you can see. These are only the ones that are on my desk. I have so many indoors, and I think that I have a full box of them. So you just go over there with your marker and try to grab the edges. So the edges that are irregular and funky, they are highlighted by the black marker. That's the whole idea of doing this. Like so. As you can see, it's very regular. You did what you could. And then maybe we're gonna let's use this one. Again, this is a sticker, but what you're gonna use it because it's easier. Okay, I printed this and I cut it a little bit so it fits. But in this case, this is just stamped. So all I need to do is just peel it. And put it in place. Isn't it cute? I love this sticker. Okay, so we have this one. For this other one, I think the idea is very straightforward. We just highlight the paper by adding a backing one. Well, we'll see if I have something darker. Oh, I have this paper. This is gonna make it even better. Let's see what we have here. I have something. It has to be small. I don't want to be too bulky or anything. Like this one. Handle with care. Does it fit? Barely. Okay, we're gonna do, how about this one? Yeah, that one is gonna work. Maybe we can even do this. Let's see. Let's cut a little bit on the sides. And put it in here. Okay. This one goes like that, and then cut it, and voila, life happens now. So far so good. Let's go with this piece now. For this piece I cheated because I have a color stamp and I have these. So this paper is hand stamped postage seals or whatever, and I have these in different tones, which I love. I think it's super cute, and I think if you have colors of ink stamps, it's really easy to make a lot of interesting stuff. So let's use another kind of paper. I have this cream that was a misprint, so let's just make it smaller. This has a round corner, so let's match it. And I like the fact that this is already cut, so that could be it. We can also draw on the top of that to add a interesting focal point. And we can add something small. I'm thinking something like this, or maybe even smaller. There is this special one. I don't know if I want to use that. Oh, look at this cutie. That one is gonna be the one. I'm thinking that I'm gonna draw a flower right here. This one. I'm gonna just do a leaf. Let's make it pointy. And then you just go and you know it's okay to go over the postage stamp. I'm gonna make it thicker here. This is a sad plant. We're gonna make a happy one in this one. So which is paste this one here. This is a sticker, so we don't have problems with this. So that one. And I said that we're gonna make a happy. So happy means that they have all the leaves looking up. Like that. This looks a little bit weird. We'll see if I can fix it a little bit. Looks like it's crying now. Well, anyway, so there you go. 2 pieces, and as the last piece I decided to have this one, and for this flower I used 2 pieces of paper, 2 squares actually. Let's see, I was thinking, I don't know if I have. So let's do this. Let's do 2 of these because they are more or less the same size. So we're gonna do like that, and then make sure that when you're cutting, do not cut this side, just leave it there. And then you're gonna have 2 pieces with 4 petals, and then you can cross them like that, and it's gonna be a bigger flower. And you can just paste them together. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And for the middle part, just click in any part, or you can use this one or we can use the white one. I think that the white one is gonna look better just because it's clearly identifiable. And we just paste it in there, and that's all the pieces. And you can repeat this as many times as you want, and you can send this to your pen pals or use that in your journals. I love using these small pieces in my journal. These are super fun, like this, for example, or these. Even this one, it's so cute. This is certainly something that I'm gonna put in the top of my journal. And this, I mean, these are all cute stuff. Anyway, if you enjoyed this process, I hope that you consider subscribing, and thank you so much for watching. See you next week. Bye.